I ain't gonna front here. This Miss Green, she giving it to this so-called doctor named Anthony Fauci. I like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakahak Wadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. Shalom, Labakaryim, Shah, Yasha'Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel at these times. May mercy rest upon you and your household and those of the hopeful elect. All right, so we watching this. This is the Anthony Fauci grill. This is all a charade. What a time. They could have did this 2 years ago. You know, once a liar, always a liar. Now, in the heat of World War III, the charagma is about to be introduced to the world. Right? You got UFOs in the sky. Unexplainable events happening with the ocean. Volcanoes erupting that lay dormant for 300 years. All the action is taking place. Now they decide to bring Dr. Fauci up to Congress now. It's not like he's on trial. They got Trump for that one. They bringing him up to argue a point and prove that this sticky icky, this whole 2020, right, has been perpetrated. The rules to it has been lied on and pushed by Dr. Fauci, which we know he's a fall guy. You know, yeah, that's what you're seeing. First he disappeared. Where you been at, Fauci? We ain't seen your ass in what, 11, 12 months? All of a sudden you pop up and they got these charges and he's complaining that his life has been threatened, his family life has been threatened. What you think, Fauci? You know, you told these people to distance 6 feet. You told them to wear masks when they drive. You told them, take this sticky icky, do or die. An experimental drug. This is what you was the mouthpiece of this. So now they got to use you like this, and no criminal charges can be brought on this man. So I'm thinking, so what is this whole thing about? More bread and circus, man. But it's funny, you know, and as you can see, Green here was getting in Fauci ass, and this is all prophecy because even though Fauci may not go down for his part, the Lord is bringing you Edomites down as a whole. You're a very despicable people, man. And this is what you see here. Very despicable people. We're going to get into the video in a second, you know. But the Lord said, this is Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain. Mountain represents governments. Now, every place you see mountain in scripture is not talking about a government, but symbolically to a mountain, a summit represents a government. You got mountains and you have hills. Hills are smaller governments, okay? The major mountain is America. So the Lord says, and he will destroy in this mountain, this place here, the face of the covering cast over all people. And that's your damn white face. You Edomite's face as being innocent and sweet and loving and caring. And what I say goes. Why? Because white is right. That whole concept, that Disney World projection you've put on the people, gone. Gone. Your face and image of God, gone. Everybody see you for who you are. And this was a major, major event. This whole 2020 thing, you made elderly go out and take stuff they shouldn't have took. You made school kids. You shut down restaurants. You crippled the small businesses behind this. And you threatened people's livelihood if they didn't take this stuff. Now it's coming out that this was all a fraud. And Fauci's up here copping plea. He backsliding, trying to dish the hot potato to someone else? Is this not Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah destroy? Where do you go from here? That's what I would like to know. Like, after this is out, like, okay, what do we do now? Watch Different Strokes or some shit? Where do you go from here? This is an embarrassment. This is a major red flag on you damn Edomites. And where you Christians at? Where you at? You chasing down the Hebrew Israelites, you should be chasing Fauci ass down and finding out what was this whole thing about, man. But the Lord said once again, and he will destroy in this government, this mountain, America, the face of the covering cast over all people. You fooled the world. But now people know. And the veil, which is a covering, that was spread over all nations, man. Revelation 17. So you had your run, Esau, and you still got the people thinking there's a better Edomite that's going to take office and make things possible to live in peace. And you're lying about that. The prophecy states that you're all going down, all you Gentiles. You're done. Check this out, man.
For animals to be tortured like this. So the type of science that you are representing, Mr. Fauci, is abhorrent and it needs to stop. Mr. Fauci, you also represent the type of science that where you confess that you made up the COVID rules, including 6 feet.
He was given a memo, but this whole, look at this whole 6 feet distance, this goes into the numeric code, the 666, but now everything is coming out. Man, look at this fool. Look at this fool, man. He ain't see this coming. Even within a circle, they betray you like this. When he stood his ass up there in 2021 and made these demands in front of the WHO organization, backing them, the CDC, he looking confident. He cussing out Donald Trump. They at odds. He didn't see that they was going to spin this back. We in 2024 now. Now they done spent this thing back. Or y'all got no loyalty amongst each other, man.
Social distancing and masking of children.
I never said I made anything up.
You admitted that you made it up. You made it up.
I didn't say I made it up.
So are you saying this is fake news, Mr. Fauci?
I didn't say I made anything up.
In other words, I was given a script. He can't come out and say it. His voice get deep. I didn't say I made it up, woman. And you know what it is. And she probably like, yeah, Fauci, after this, we going to get some steak, but then play along with it. Oh, the Lord about to hurt this place, man. This is Job 9:24. The earth, the world is the stage, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And what did the wicked do when he got this earth? When you Edomites got your rule, the tolls of this thing, what did you do? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Meaning you ripped this thing apart. You ripped planet Earth apart with your lies. That's why the Lord said he got to cast your behind down in this mountain. Because you want to tore this world up, man. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? This devil, this demon didn't do it, then you show me the proof. Y'all was going crazy, man. You knew you wasn't supposed to take that stuff. You knew it. But because you trusted in Dr. Fauci, he ain't no doctor. He's a fraud, man. This is Job 13:4. But you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. And when you forge something, you cover over it. Man, they've been covering up so much. And it's beautiful to see the man of sin, this devil on all levels. Fauci ain't the top guy, but he running in that circle. And it's a beautiful thing to see y'all scrambling like this. And all you Israelites that trusted in your enemy, you take a good look at what's going on right now. You sitting back, calling up the police for who ain't taking it. Don't come over my house unless you got the mask on. Stay 6 feet away from me. You breathing too hard. The nigga sneeze wrong. Your ass is pointing cameras and looking. I remember all that stuff. Now look at you. Now look at you. Look at your physician, man.
Hey,
I said that it is not based in science and it just appeared.
but this is science.
What does dogs have to do with anything that we're talking about today?
These are scientific experiments. This is what you signed off on. But you also told the American people they had to distance by 6 feet. They had to wear masks. But let's also talk a little bit further about the type of science that you represent. NIH scientists made $710 million in royalties from
Yeah,
drug-
and he going,
drug-
this coward, gonna say he didn't get a piece of that bread. This is royalties, meaning this is what comes after the math. So the elites made them rich. They made them rich to push this stuff, man. And royalties continue to roll in. And this animal said he didn't make a dime off this.
A fact that's been hidden. Let's talk about the fact about, is it right for scientists and doctors getting paid by the American people, government taxpayer paychecks, to get patents where they're paid millions and hundreds of millions of dollars in royalty fees, especially when the NIH and these government agencies, most powerful agencies in our country, are recommending medical suggestions and advice and making up guidelines like 6 feet distancing and masking of children. Do you think that's appropriate? Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? 'Cause you're not
Draconian
Dr.
laws.
You're
That's what she said. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua made it possible for me because I had to snatch my younger son out, but it's just everybody got their lot, you know. My oldest daughter, you know, she had to leave, you know, her schooling. She was, you know, in school when this whole thing was popping off, and she was available, and we looked into the laws of homeschooling, and New Jersey got the most lax laws when it comes to homeschooling children. Shit, my son only got to show up, you know, 2 to 3 hours a day, and he qualifies. So, man, we, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the grace of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, me and my woman devised the plan, man, and we was able to pull my my youngest son out of school and have my oldest daughter homeschooling, and that's where he been for the past, 3 years now? This is the 3rd year. Hasn't been back since. And that's because we don't agree with wearing that mask over the nose, the face, and when it was time for them to go back, remember they sent them home for 4 weeks. I think they kept everybody home for like 8 months or something like that. Then when they went back, that shit was in chaos, man. And I was frustrated up to here, man. You know us. You know, men of the Lord, you know, we holding our patience, but, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua will create avenues like this. And we ain't send my son back to school yet, but these are the draconian laws like the Lord said this man would do. He would come down with this type of wrath. Like a dragon, and dragon goes back to Draco. And if you know anything about Draco, you know, he rewrote the laws at Athens, Greece, to make it a serious crime for small offenses, to where you can sell a whole family into slavery over a minor debt. This is let me see here. This is Revelations 12 verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. And that mask, that whole situation, that's violating your civil rights there. Now, they did it in the name of a national emergency, so you thinking they really care, right? You listening to the damn Fauci, and look what's happening now. How many children immune system is destroyed because they breathing back in that poison that you're supposed to breathe out to the trees? How many elderly passed away because of this whole mass situation? Now they saying that shit just came up out of Fauci's head. Fauci throwing the hot potato saying, I didn't come up with it. These are your Edomites. This is your system, your Babylonian system right now that you so lovingly carrying it and trying to hold together. Look at what the devil about to do. And the moves that's about to be made next, it's going to be something serious, man.
Mr. Fauci in my few minutes. No, I don't need your answer. I want to talk about this right here.
Mr. Chairman,
Fauci, I
objection.
reclaim
Mr.
my time.
Objection.
I reclaim my time. I reclaim my time,
Gentlelady,
Mr. Raskin.
Gentlelady will suspend.
Mr. Chairman,
Point of order.
just in terms of the rules of decorum, are we allowed to deny that a doctor is a doctor just because we don't want him to be a doctor?
Yes, because in my time, that man does not deserve to have a license. As a matter of fact, it should be revoked, and he belongs in
Gentlelady will
prison.
suspend.
And that's you Edomites on a whole. What she just said. See, this is judgment. This is judgment. This whole thing is set up by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's serious right there. That's you. That's the whole nation of Esau. You're being charged.
About this right here.
Mr. Chairman,
Fauci, I
objection.
reclaim my
Mr.
time.
Objection.
I reclaim my time. I reclaim my time,
Gentlelady will
Mr.
suspend.
Raskin.
Gentlelady will
Point of order.
suspend.
Mr. Chairman,
Point of order.
just in terms of the rules of decorum, are we allowed to deny that a doctor is a doctor just because we don't want him to be a doctor?
Yes, because in my time, that man does not deserve to have a license. As a matter of fact, it should be revoked, and he belongs in
Gentlelady will
prison.
suspend.
Hey. I'm telling you, you Edomites are in some deep shit, man. You're in some deep shit. This is Revelations 13, 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, that's a spiritual ear. See, we can filter what's happening through these scriptures. Because what do you think Yahushua is going to do? You have serious charges being brought up against you, man. And you're gonna sit on a bench. You're being brought to trial now. You're under investigation, and you're gonna be sentenced to hardcore slavery and extermination in the kingdom of heaven. This is real. This is not a game. Why do you think this type of embarrassment is happening? This is the same guy that made you take a potion, man, a deadly. You still don't know what the hell is in you. And now he's getting cussed out. He's backtracking his statements. Man, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity, physically, mentally, you mentally captivated the minds of the people through your fear. Problem, reaction, solution, man. You created the problem to get the reaction, then you offered that spell, that liquid spell, that liquid witchcraft. Now all the pharmaceuticals are pulling it off because they say it's a hazard, it's a danger. Oh, man. This is going to all build up the anger for this civil war. They're going to add this in it. You can't get around this. It's not over. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. We're going to control your mind, body, and soul. You think you got control of the people. You ain't the government. We the government under Yahushua. The government shall rest on Yahushua's shoulders. This is it. We slapping the chains back on you, and that's it. And we setting the world back in order, man. This is the disgrace to your rulership. Another major stain on you damn Edomites ruling, man. It says, and he that killeth with the sword, that liquid poison was a sword. The damn CDC, who will harvest and store a disease to be weaponized later. That's you. Diabolical with the sword. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And that's going to be Yahushua bow that you read about in Revelations, Revelation 6. That white horse and the rider had a bow in his hand. It says, here is the patience and faith for the saints. And we waiting patiently. We holding on because this thing is falling apart. And we don't want to be involved with your downfall, E. And that next move, which is this MOTB that you're going to release. But people, mine's going to be marked with this. So you're going to have a hard time chipping a lot of people, man.
The gentlelady should recognize the doctor as a doctor.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, is this what we have become? Is this what we have devolved into? No decorum.
You know what? We can do that hearing about the poor men that were injected with syphilis because
And we know about that, right? The syphilis experiment. What was it called? The Tuskegee experiment. And they injected, those Judite men with syphilis and watched them crumble and monitor that. That's, man, medical mishandling of the Israelites is number one in the Rockefellers medical field, man. That's just one. And they still refuse to apologize. Shit, they even asked Clinton to apologize. He said, hell no. There ain't no more dropping the ball, man. The verdict is in, you damn Edomites.
That's horrific. And this government that does things like that to Americans doesn't have decorum to the American people.
Chairman,
Up in the ass. And it's coming from... Oh, my God. You Edomites. It's coming from an Edomite woman. You done, man. You done. See, people are looking for... Spiritually, she's speaking from the heart, whether they got this thing set up or not. This is how they feel when they go to bed. Like, yo, we in some shit, man. We done effed up the world. Wait till they find out they untouched the apple of the Lord's eye. That we are just not niggers. That we're not just random black folks from Africa. Wait till that roll down the pipeline that we are the Israelites of the book. We are the angels of God. They gonna have to sit with that burden on them, do the whole punishment for 1,000 years.
Please, the gentleman is out of order.
Decorum.
I recognize a point of order. Go ahead with your point of order.
You got it.
No, I mean, I was going to say what Representative Raskin said. That's completely unacceptable to be able to deny Dr. Fauci, who's here, a respected member of the medical community, his title, and that's actually
respect it, man. Listen, you all are liars, man. What about the AIDS, man? Fauci was involved with AIDS and experimenting and the drugs. Stop it, man. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in deep shit. And I'm telling you, Edomites on some shit. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to judge you motherfuckers, man. Big time. And you Israelites that want to stick bomb hand in hand, go ahead. So be it. Your ass gonna get that bomb too. The Lord about to toast this place, man. This is over. This is Isaiah 55:21. The words of his mouth was smoother than butter. Wasn't Fauci speaking smooth? Had you all nervous? Up there looking good, at his head slicked back, the fitted suits on, rolling with top security. You thinking this man cared for you and your little child or your elderly parents, right? No. Now look, it says, the words of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. They all warmongers, man. It says, his words were softer than oil, yet with their drawn swords. Cast thy burdens upon Yahweh, and that's what the men of the Lord did, and that's what we're going to continue to do. We shooting our shot with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We throwing it all in. What we got to lose? It says, cast thy burdens upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. So you had the hopeful elect was sustained through this thing. It was scary. It was a roller coaster, but we made it through. And the Lord going to do the same thing for his men and his women in the times to come. Jacob's trouble. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved, but Yahweh shall bring them down into the pit. And that's what you're seeing. You Edomites are done of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, but I will trust in thee. So we putting our trust in thee while you putting your trust in Pharaoh. So there's some serious accusations. She's one of, I seen we gotta watch this whole thing. They was giving it, but she played her part today. She played her part today. You know? We're going to end right there, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakahak Wadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. Shalom, Labakarium, Shaw, Yasha Allah.